So, back to one-ply toilet paper.
Yeah, kind of pisses me off. You know, you work for an employer, and you're making them tons of money a year, and you go sit down and take a shit at work, and then you go to wipe your ass, and all they have provided for you is one-ply toilet paper. And I have this neat little problem where it doesn't matter if I friggin' wad it up, fold it up, make bloody origami out of it. The moment I touch it on my ass, I get shit on my fingers somehow. It's absolutely bloody disgusting.
Oh yeah.
And I could rage on this for hours. And then you go into public washrooms, so now you gotta think, you're in Walmart, some dude with like herpes goes in there, takes a shit, you know he got shit on his fingers, and now he's touching that little lock thing to get out of the stall, and touching the sink. So like the whole bloody place is contaminated with herpes now. Like one-ply toilet paper is a hazard to the common man and society. That's my little rant.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know
see
if you
that.
guys want to elaborate on this.
Well, one-ply toilet paper, no matter what you do to it, you are right. You will get shit out your fingers. And you can even try to do your, try to make it two-ply yourself, but that never works. You almost need, like, glue in the stall with you. Maybe that's what we should start marketing. Glue. Toilet paper glue. Follow me with this.
Everybody's asses will be sticking, though. You know that. That's the problem.
Oh, well, maybe we could make it just to adhere to the other paper, right?
So it'll last for so long. You know?
Yes.
It'll only last for 30 seconds. So your cheeks are like welded together for a half hour after you take a shit. Probably not good if you go to take a fart.
No.
Gotta get some awful squeaky ones coming out of
You
there.
get that Velcro sound. You know, that...
Tearing everything apart. Yeah.
You know, it'd still be cheaper just for them to put two-ply in because... I mean,
They seriously should put two-ply. Come
Hey,
on.
but, you'd get more customers, you know? You'd have less people quitting a job. I almost walked out. When I don't take shits in public very often, but the other day at work, I actually got a cramp and I had to go bad. And, yeah, I walked out of that stall and I almost went to my boss and quit. It was that bad. So...
Chicks actually have it made, but they can put toilet paper in their purses.
Yeah.
That they can.
To bring like a tissue
Another
box with
thing, I used to work at a Tim Hortons, and we had one of them like toilet paper holders that was broken. And every week, I mean like every day, you'd have to replace one of the women's stalls friggin' toilet paper rolls, those giant ones, because somebody was going in there and stealing one-ply toilet paper. How hard up are you for something to wipe your ass with that you would actually steal one-ply toilet paper? There is something wrong with you in the head.
Well, maybe they need it for sandpaper, right? Because that's the best thing it's for. Like, you know, want to take some rust off a car.
It's ridiculous. Even if they put some, like, dimples in the paper or something so to actually pick the shit off your ass instead of just smudging shit everywhere. It's,
Okay, so basically what we're all saying is we want public bidets.
Public bidet, yeah, well, I think, like, poor people would use it as a water fountain.
Yeah. Dude, why would they just... Yeah, they would.
Yeah, they would. Yeah.
That
They come in, look at this new fancy turlet. Oh no, it's a water fountain. Edna, come look at this. It's a water fountain. Because there's always rednecks doing it.
Ooh, I'm gonna put in pack Kool-Aid. Orange. Yeah. That's I can see it happening like that.
Definitely.
I used to live in Moncton. I remember I actually walked by a public park in the morning. I had to walk by it every day to get to work. And there was this one water fountain in there. I mean, it was a shitty park. Like, only kids who had sex after dark and stoners hang out there. And, yeah, there was foam out on the street. Foam all over the park. Cops everywhere. Somebody took one of them, like, big boxes of ABC detergent and just dumped the entire thing to the water fountain overnight.
That's
What a
genius.
bloody state. It's hilarious.
That is genius.
I thought it was the funniest thing I ever seen. There was like cops slipping around the park and shit. That was so funny. Yeah. My luck now, the friggin' Moncton police will show up at the door friggin' saying, oh, you knew about that. Must have been you.
Definitely.
I'm out of the province now. You can't touch me.
Yep.
Yeah. Well. So, any other topics you want to go?
Well,
Big Bang Theory. Now.
Yeah.
Big
Yes.
Bang Theory. Okay. Let's get this rolling.
The biggest issue with Big Bang Theory, it comes on the same time as Community, which is a better written show and it's way funnier. The problem with Big Bang Theory, the only reason people laugh is because it got a laugh track. And that laugh track, exactly. Now they say random shit nobody understands. Face it, we're not all doctors and apparently scientists and shit. And we just laugh because we hear some laugh track laughing. That's the only reason we're getting ratings, and I call shenanigans.
My major problem with the whole thing is you got these characters, and I watched the duck episode. Someone did it up where they took out the entire laugh track for the sticky duck episode. I used to think that show was funny. I watched that episode, man. It's just sad and awkward. It is sad, and it's not funny awkward. It's just like pitiful. Like you don't want to laugh at the guy. You just want to be like, wow, that poor guy should get his shit together. Like probably get a girl, move out and stuff. Right? Any pun or joke, anything, they'll put a laugh to it. I think they got like the little clicky button laugh thing you wore out. Any shitty show that comes on that channel got the laugh track.
That's the laugh track from the 90s, man. These, like, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Friends kind of shit. I mean, Friends, alright show, but come on. You watch it with a laugh track, it was just plain. It was...
Yeah, it was a pretty plain show.
If you're trying to make a comedy and you need a laugh track to call it a comedy, is that really funny?
Yeah, seriously. You're just laughing because you're someone else laughing.
That's what most people do. I've went to theaters and watched stupid comedies, and I've actually laughed while I'm in the theater because you hear the audience laughing. But when you bring it home, watch it by yourself, you're like, this is probably one of the dumbest movies I've ever watched in my life.
Definitely.
And you don't realize it.
It's kind of a sociological trick. There's a joke that goes, you get a bunch of friends together and you set up this joke. So everyone in the room knows to laugh at the punchline, and the punchline's radio. So you get everyone in together, and you're going to get this one guy. And this is a sociological experiment, so this one guy don't know about the thing. So when he hears radio, it don't make sense for him to laugh. But he hears radio and he laughs because everyone else is laughing. Either that or he's going to say, what's so funny? Then he's going to look stupid. Right? So instead of looking stupid, he's going to say what's funny. And here's the joke. 2 polar bears are in a bathtub. One polar bear asks the other polar bear to hand him soap. And the other polar bear looks at him and says, no soap, radio. Without a group of friends laughing their ass off at that, you're not going to laugh. It don't make sense to laugh. It's not a joke. Right?
Sure.
That's how Big Bang Theory gets laughs, because Lord knows I slipped on ducks. Or I slipped because there wasn't ducks. That's not funny. That's not funny at all.
Yeah. And the worst is the pauses they put in between the friggin' jokes. They tell a joke, then you get like a 1.5-minute pause while the laugh track's rolling. It's not even like a laugh track where it's like a short laugh track. So it's like these gigantic pauses, and then when you pull the laugh track out, I mean, it's just really awkward. It's like having a conversation with like a handicapped guy. It's so strange. You're like, I'm so sorry for you.
Well,
I don't know what's going on here.
Well, that's a come up for NBC. NBC got a way better lineup because you got Community, Parks and Rec, 30 Rock, and The Office. I mean, Up All Night, same thing. They're just way better written, and they're actually funny, which is amazingly to say. They're lower rating shows, but they're way better.
And we are in no way, shape, or form affiliated with NBC, or are we sponsored by NBC? Thank you to our local viewers.
And just for CBS's sake, CBS cares.
Man, honestly though, the laugh tracks and shows, and here you go, and the guy gives a joke, and you can tell that it's not a joke in any way, shape, or form. You take away the laugh track, no joke, and they just laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh, and it sounds like someone in the audience is just dying at it, right? Like the person who recorded the laugh track, they got a guy and they're just like, ah! Like biggest lark in the world, like biggest joke in the world you've ever seen, and it's just not funny.
Well,
Not funny.
if we're talking about CBS, we might as well go talk about Two Broke Girls. I watch it, and I can watch it on mute. The only reason is because I want to Kat Dennings and the blonde chick. Don't know her name, my bad. But they're the only reason, just the only reason it's selling, because they're hot and really hot. And that's about it. It's the only way to describe
There
it.
are shows like that.
Yeah.
There are so many shows where they sell the show with the actor, and I kind of don't agree with that, because then if something goes AWOL, you're up shit creek. Your whole show is going under. You shouldn't base a whole show based on, oh, this chick is smoking hot.
Yeah.
You should have some material in there with the smoking hot chick to pull it all together. But if something happened to the smoking hot chick, they're like, yeah, well, at least they still got their one-liners, you know,
Yeah.
fall back on.
Of course, saying
But
that,
no.
the thing is, like, technically 2.5 Men was based around Charlie Sheen. He left, well, got canned, and his new show, Anger Management's actually way better.
That is an amazing show. Well written, very funny. Like, it's just really comical. You just watch the show and you're like, wow, this is tastefully done, very, very funny. And then you go and watch 2.5 Men and you're like, were these writers writing this stuff while they're out the toilet? Because this is garbage. They're just throwing a shit ton of laugh track for no reason.
Well, Anger Management do have laugh track, I'm pretty sure.
It might have a laugh track, but honestly, you barely notice it. They
It's been a while
barely
since I
even
watched
use it.
but
They don't use it that much, right? Not as much as 2.5 Men. And 2.5 Men is the most obnoxious laugh track there is. Like, I hate that show so much because of their laugh track. And the way that they throw their jokes together are just, oh, I can't get women. Hey, I get women. I'm so stupid. That's the entire show right there. Kid, I'm stupid. The new guy, hey, I get women. And Alan, whatever his name is, hey, I can't get any. Oh, wow. Can't get any women. Can't get women at all. Great.
you know,
Great, that's what your show is.
John Cryer is a good actor, but he's on a shitty show. So
He's on a
that's
very,
bad.
very crappy show. I can't get any women. I can't get women. I'm stupid.
But since we're dissing, CBS a little too much, I do have to say Craig Ferguson's probably the best thing on late night. Because rest of them, they need writers. He really don't need writers. He's an amazing stand-up comedian. So
His little comic back and forths with the robot, that's the best thing in the world. They're like very, very snappy, like quick, and it's always funny. And they're coming up with it on the spot. They can't be reading that off a script. They don't even look at the script, so they're just like on the spot. It's very good. And I love how they bring up Doctor Who almost like a dozen times.
yes, but Doctor Who is amazing.
Doctor Who is amazing.
Yes.
More on that later. Well, see you next time, guys. Links are in the description. If you have a negative or positive response, just type it down there. We'll get back to you. Probably do a Q&A episode.